Hey guys, this is Tashina from Logical Harmony. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing part of my 2017 favorites with you. This is the one you've probably been waiting for. It is my favorite makeup from 2017. All these brands are cruelty-free, all these products are vegan, and I really just tried to focus on the new to me products in 2017. We all have like our favorites, our ride or dies that we'll just like never stop loving. I have plenty of those, but I just wanted to focus on things that I tried in 2017 that were new to me so that I could share them with you guys, and hopefully you can start using them in your routine in 2018 as well. I decided to do this in the order of which I would apply it to my face, so we're gonna start with base products and then work up towards like lip products. Probably my favorite primer that I tried this year was the CoverFX Blurring Primer. There are so many blurring primers out there, a lot of them aren't vegan, and so I've been really dying to try one, and so when CoverFX came out with this, I had to try it. I love CoverFX anyway. They're a brand where all their products just work really, really well for me, and so I knew I was gonna love it, and I do. It is so, so good. This has been definitely a standout primer. I use it a lot on my T-zone. It definitely helps to smooth out the skin and even out pores. I have two foundations to talk about today. The first one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This has been in pretty much every 2017 beauty favorites video that I've seen. I don't know about you guys, but this stuff is so, so good, especially for the price. It's what I'm wearing today. I actually did a full face of makeup from my favorites. I will list everything down below that I'm wearing just to make that easy for you guys. This foundation is so good. It applies nicely. It wears really well. I do have a demo video on it that is coming out soon so you guys can see how it applies and everything. This is really, really good, especially for the price. And another favorite is from Au Naturel. This is their stick foundation. I had loved their stick foundation before, and then they came out with new packaging and they've come out with some additional shades, and it is just so good. It's so, so good, especially if you have dry skin. If you have dry skin, stick foundations can be a struggle. A lot of them are very drying. They're just not moisturizing enough. But this one is so good. It gives you really, really nice buildable coverage. I love it so, so much. For concealer, the main standout to me that I tried this year was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This stuff is really, really nice. It really does compare to high-end concealers. It plays well with basically any other makeup that I've tried it with. If you like full coverage concealers, this is a great drugstore option to try. Also from Wet n Wild are their makeup sticks for concealing and contouring. So I was not sure how these would work for me. I've tried a few stick products like this before, and they're either really good or really bad. And most of the drugstore ones have been really bad, but these ones are really, really nice. So I like the shades Nude for Thought and Where's Walnut, and I use them for highlighting and contouring. I've talked about this before in a favorites video, but they're just really good. They blend out really well, and you can definitely use them to conceal, highlight, contour, so many different things. So a cream highlighter that really stood out to me is Celestial from Au Naturel. Their cream highlighter formula has always been one of my favorites. It's really, really nice. This shade, I believe, is new. It is definitely better suited for fair skin tones, but if you have darker skin, I think this would be a really pretty base for things as well. But it blends out really nicely. It wears really well throughout the day, and I just think it's really, really gorgeous. Instead of using it as just a highlight, you could kind of mix it a little bit with your foundation to add in a little bit of extra glow. I have two different setting powders to talk about today. I've talked about both of these so many times in videos over the past year. This is the Perfect Setting Powder from CoverFX. They previously had their Illuminating Setting Powder, which is still one of my favorites. It was in last year's favorites video, but the Perfect Setting Powder is so, so nice, especially if you want like a more matte finish. You can use it to set your face. You can use it to bake. It just works really well. And then the other is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. Just really, really finely milled. I wish the shade range on these was a little bit better. This is the shade medium, so I think they could definitely improve that shade range, but the formula is really nice. It is a pressed powder, but it sets your makeup really well. You can use it to set your under eyes. It doesn't settle in anywhere. It's just really, really lovely and gives you a little extra coverage. I've been using this Sculpt and Glow Contour Kit from Lily Lolo for so long. It's so good. I really like it. For contour, I feel like there are some classics, like the CoverFX Cream Contour, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Contour. Those are great options, but this one is really good too if you need a nice natural everyday contour, especially if you want one in smaller packaging. It just helps with traveling. I use this so much. The contour is really nice. It's what I'm wearing today. It's very, very natural, and you can use it on your eyes, and then the highlight is gorgeous as well. I have two different blushes to share with you. The first one is Peach from 100% Pure. If you guys have been watching my videos at all this year, then you know this was coming. It shouldn't be any surprise. It's just a really pretty peach blush. blush. I love peach blushes, and I feel like I've had a hard time finding one that really suits my skin tone, and this works really well. 100% Pure has so many different blush shades. Their formula is amazing, and I feel like blushes are one product they do exceptionally well. I'm not really sure exactly why that is, but their blushes are some of the best out there. They have so many gorgeous shades. Peach has been a standout for me. Another favorite from Lily Lolo, this is the Coralista Cheek Duo. It has a blush and then that same highlight as well. Again, the highlight is really pretty, but this blush is gorgeous. I feel like it's one that you can build up. You could put on just a tiny bit and give yourself a little wash of color, or you can really build it up and have more impact. But I love the formula and I love this shade. I have two different highlighters to talk about today. The first one's from Au Naturel, and this is their Moon Dust highlighter, which kind of pairs with Celestial, that cream highlight. You can layer it with Celestial and it gives you a really bold highlight, and even on its own, it's so gorgeous. It's just something about Au Naturel's highlights. They're amazing. Their colors are so nice. They blend out really well. They wear really well throughout the day. They're just really lovely, and I really like this one for fair skin, but I feel like it also just gives such a bold glow that I think it's something everyone needs. Another favorite is from the Dose of Colors and Desi and Katie collab, which again, I think is in pretty much everyone's favorites videos. This is the highlight Fuego, which is gorgeous. It is such a nice gold shade. I feel like even though it looks kind of dark in the pan, you can still wear it when you have fair skin. I still wear this one all the time. It's so pretty. This formula is amazing. These were the first highlights that Dose of Colors came out with that were vegan, so I hope it means they're coming out with more. It is so pretty. I love it so much. It's also really pretty as a lid color for eyeshadow too. Kind of going with the theme of twos, I have two different setting sprays. They're both from Cover FX. I love Cover FX. What can I say? That's the illuminating and the mattifying setting spray. I find that these are just really good setting sprays. They work exceptionally well. I feel like they don't disrupt makeup. They don't make it wear weird throughout the day. Some setting sprays, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when you spray them on, and maybe it's just me, but you end up with like little droplets unless you like blend it out with the beauty blender. These don't do that at all. The illuminating one is definitely illuminating. It gives you a nice radiant glow, and the mattifying is mattifying, but it's not too much for dry skin, and I really appreciate that. Two different eyeshadow palettes. I tried to pick two of a lot of things because it was really hard to narrow it down. Three felt like too much, so I went with two. The first is the Pink Nudes palette from Pacifica. This is really great if you like natural shadows and you're looking for mattes. I really enjoy this palette. I think it's really pretty. There's a good combination of colors in there, and I feel like you can do a lot with this palette. And on the more shimmery side is the I Think I Love You palette from ColourPop. This thing is gorgeous. I have nothing else to say other than it's freaking gorgeous. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I feel like, again, you can do so much with this palette, and if you're like me and you like shimmery shades, this is basically a must-have for your collection. It's also super duper affordable. Since this launched, ColourPop did come out with a second vegan palette, which is super exciting. I love that they're doing vegan palettes now. It's just such a good mix of colors. I feel like you can do so much. And between these two palettes, you have all your matte shades and all your shimmer shades covered for any like good standard neutral eye looks. So I feel like these two are must-haves for any collection. But I did have a couple of new brow products to talk about. The first is from Eye of Horus, and this is their Brow Fiber Extend. I wear the shade Dynasty, which is a medium brown. This has little brow fibers in it, so it has pigment in it. It is like a tinted brow gel, and then the fibers help to build up your natural brows. I do have a demo, so I'll just link to that down below. If you're someone that wants thicker brows, if you need more volume, this is a really good option. I've tried several vegan formulas, and this is the best out there. If you're more into creams, the Plume Brow Gel is phenomenal. It is so good. I really like it. I wear the shade Chestnut. That's what I'm wearing right now. It does come with this little double-ended synthetic brush, which I think the brush is the perfect size for it. And these bristles aren't too flimsy and they're not too stiff. I feel like it just works really well. The shade range on this product is really good. It applies very smoothly, it blends out very easily, and it really does last. So this mascara isn't new, but I have a bundle with Eye of Horus that is new this year. It contains their Bio Lash Lift Mascara, which I've shown in videos. I'll link to it down below. Their Brow Fiber Extend and an eyeshadow palette all in a little makeup bag. Just some of my favorites from them. I have a whole video all about it, so I'll link to that below. I just wanted to throw that in because if you're gonna pick up the brow fiber or the mascara, the bundle is a really good deal, and it's just some of my favorites from them. For Drugstore Brushes, I had to include these new Wet n Wild brushes. I was so impressed with all of these. They're very soft. They work extremely well. They definitely compare to high-end brushes, but they're a lot more more affordable. And I've just really been enjoying them. I've been using the face and eye brushes all the time. They're sold individually. They're so good. So if you're looking for a really good drugstore vegan brush, these are a phenomenal option. If you want something a little more fancy, this year I tried a brush set from Spectrum and I am totally hooked on the brand. I think their brushes are so nice. There's a couple missing from here because I used some today and I don't want to show you my dirty brushes. I got one brush set and I just love them so much. They apply makeup so smoothly. They wear really well. They're really soft. They're really nice. So I will definitely be ordering more brushes from them this year. I gave a set away as presents during the holidays. Like, they're just so nice. I really enjoy them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.